I created my own Fortnite live event. And let me show you how I did it. From creating my own characters completely
So you telling me you can do all that animation with a green screen
from scratch, to building an entire island piece by piece, to even creating my own animations all by myself. And the craziest thing about this live event, you can even play it in-game. With the release of the Unreal Editor, I can now actually just import whatever I want directly into Fortnite. Lots of potential, as you can see. First, I'm going to create my own Fortnite POI, the location where the event is actually going to take place. After looking through some of the concept art of Fortnite POIs, I stumbled across this, the original concept of the home of the 7. I decided to get a little inspiration from this and give these Fortnite buildings a makeover, which also happened to look a lot like these Star Wars buildings in Disney World. I made 3 more variations of different buildings in the same style. Together with some foliage, I started placing them around my map to create this island. There's so many more details, like for example this entire marketplace, but I can't go over everything because then this video would literally be
too open field. Like honestly, me personally though, I like the 50-50. I like just everything open. I ain't really the tilted towers type of person. I don't like campers. I don't like people in buildings and they doing all crazy stuff. I'm really a more open faced dude. If anybody like that farms, I forgot the OG Fortnite where there was like this farmland and everything. They had the cows, the moose, the whoop. And then it was like a barn, you feel me? That was my favorite place to go because I knew there was no way to run, no way to hide. If you didn't have a gun, my boy, you better run, you feel me? If you did have a gun, you better have some builds, because if you didn't know how to build, you was done. Like, I like places like that. Open fields, I mess with. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel.
2 hours long. The original home of the 7 had a giant rock statue. To put a little twist on it, I have a giant Jonesy statue. In my POI, the default skin rules over everybody. Now it's time to make a villain, a robot who is actually going to attack the island, which is going to be a robot for the Imagined Order and Dr. Sloan. With the help of Shoutout, a concept designer who has made some official Fortnite skins, we came up with this look for the robot. The next step is...
My boy just copyrighted himself. Let's just be honest. This dude looks like the Silver Iron Man. Let's be honest. Instant that you put this video game out, I promise you're going to get sued. Literally $100 million lawsuit to your name. just because it looks like the Iron Man dude.
Is to turn that concept into a 3D model, which is actually a lot harder than it sounds. First part is to model all of the body parts and get the shape right. After that, using various sculpting methods, I added a lot more detail. After what literally took 2 weeks of work, the robot is done. Well, not really. We still gotta do the textures. In that next stage, it was time to assign different materials and paint on all the small details. This had to be done for every single part. Oh my god, look at this! I've never been able to put one of my Fortnite skins inside of Fortnite. So this is kind of crazy for me right now. Look how massive it is. I love all the unique details like the railgun on his arm, which not only looks cool, but he can actually use to fight. Same with the drill arm, which is probably my favorite. For the beginning of the live event, I had the idea that the giant IO robot comes flying down onto the island and smashes through this cliff on his entrance. And there's like a huge explosion and 1,000 rocks fly in every direction and the cliff crumbles with smoke dust. These kind of...
Let's be honest. Most of these graphics that these dudes are going to put in the game, most people's PCs or even their PlayStation won't even be able to handle it. By the time he does the first landing, everybody's whole screen is going to crash unless you have literally the highest GPU card in your PC. If not, you're most likely done for. You're going to have every kid crying just to be in the game.
Here's the reason why I haven't uploaded in 7 months.
Okay, so first up, we're going to do the superhero landing.
For the animations, I'm using a high-tech motion capture suit which has 17 trackers all around my body to record each and every of my moves, which can then be transferred to a 3D character. And I know what you're thinking, this looks insanely goofy. But if we then combine it with the superhero-like flying animation I recorded...
Trust me, it works. It works really well.
We get something like this. But as you might have noticed, the cliff doesn't crumble yet. So I set out on the most ambitious task yet. Doing physics animations is really difficult and takes forever. Like, this is sped up. It is so slow. Using cell fracture, I separated the cliff into 900 different individual rock pieces. And then I hit the simulate button. After waiting 2 hours, it either crashed or looked completely weird. Eventually, I did get something that looked good. After adding some smoke and dust, the entrance of the IO robot was done. Like, I'm so happy with how this looks, and this is inside Fortnite. Like, this is in-game. Now that a giant robot has invaded the island and is causing destruction, the 7 needed a plan to defend their island. Remember the giant statue I added? Well, it's not just a statue, but actually a giant robot itself, which will come alive to defend the island. My insanely talented friend EA made this concept a while ago, and he let me use it for the event, so shout out to him. And the man himself, Jonesy, is going to be controlling and piloting his own robot. Fight scene starts off with the IO robot firing his laser gun at the statue. Jonesy is going to jump out of the way, doing a
Front flip kind of thing. I've actually gathered every single pillow I could find in my house.
Over the last few years, I've done some rather questionable things in the mocap suit.
But this time it might actually be something dangerous. Without the pillows, at least. Or with, if I miss.
So I accidentally set up the camera wrong and you don't actually see me, but I'm about to come in from the left. There we go, epic. Apart from me almost hitting my head on the bookshelf, this went really well and looks cool on the character. Adding some camera shake and once again some smoke elements really help tie this together. But yeah, the fact that this is in-game is actually crazy to me. Next, Jonesy will charge in for a punch. However, I'm running into a problem.
Since I only have one motion capture suit and I'm only one person, I need to record both characters separately, even though they're interacting. Which already sounds difficult.
Like pretty much everything I do in the mocap suit, it also just looks completely goofy. It looks like I'm fighting a ghost. But if
I ain't gonna lie, a person that's schizophrenic can literally do this all by themselves. Let's just be honest. They got the natural ability to make a whole world for themselves.
If we then later combine the 2 takes, we get something like this.
For this next scene, I'm gonna get hit. Not physically, but, you know, I'm gonna have to fall back, so we once again got the pillows. And on this one, it's very important that I don't miss the pillows.
I can't lie, my back kinda hurt after that. Especially since I did 3 takes. Next up, the imagined order robot is going to...
Boy, you going to have to be a little bit tougher. Like, bro, you literally had pillows all over the floor. My boy, you have pillows as cushion. Your back still hurt? Come on, my boy.
To try and harness the power of the 0 point, which is buried underneath the ground on this rock thingy.
Now I'm going to drill into my floor to get the 0 point. Like, I'm gonna just... It's gonna look stupid, like always.
I was totally right. It indeed did look really silly. He then picks it up and harnesses its power, and look at all of these particle effects. Oh my god, that is so sick. Let's add a bit more story to the event and show how each side is piloting their robots. I came up with this room, which is supposed to be the inside of the IO robot. This has to be one of the cleanest transitions ever, bro. Look at this. Boom, and we go up inside the robot. It's all the IO gods, the people working there.
I ain't gonna lie, that was pretty hard. I thought he was about to just really do nothing for real, but he's actually making some good stuff.
And at the very top, we have Sloan inside the control room. With this app, I can record every single one of my facial movements. We have to get the 0 point. There's an entire dialogue of them talking about taking over the island, and then Gunnar pulls the lever to give them maximum power. Now check this transition out. We go back out of the eye of the robot. I can't lie, I kind of cooked with that one. That was so clean. For the 7, on the other hand, I built this secret hideout lair. We got the ceiling lights, even more lights on the side, and then lots of interior stuff. The hideout room is located underground, directly below the island. It's sort of their emergency room. Now you might be wondering...
Tell me how this man's making a better game than most devs could ever make in their whole entire career. Yet alone, even a AAA game could even match what he's doing. I mean, yes, it's built off of different software. Yes, it's built off software that he probably didn't create, of course. But let's just be honest, the idea. For instance, Red Dead Redemption 2. Don't want to talk about it. I am an extreme beloved fan of the Red Dead Redemption community. You're talking about a game that has so much potential, but because the devs just didn't have enough brain cells to come up with ideas. Now, they had the money to produce it, but they just didn't have the brains to produce it. That's all I gotta say.
Wondering, how does the statue become alive and turn into a robot? Well, let me show you. So first, Jonesy is going to walk through this custom door I made. Next, the ground will open up with robotic arms coming out of there. Those robotic arms will have armor pieces attached, which they'll put onto Jonesy's body.
Bro's literally Iron Man.
I bet you guys thought we were done with cool
Yeah, you're getting
transitions, but
sued, my boy.
check this one out. Boom. And we're outside on the statue, which is becoming alive. Look at this.
You gonna get a
It's about to
$50 million
crack
lawsuit.
open all of the rocks falling off and revealing underneath the robot.
He's white.
Starts moving. It then goes into this first-person view of the robot itself. I've created a lot of custom HUD elements in Photoshop, which are then displayed in the helmet, basically. I've also hired a voice actor for each of the 3 different characters.
You're humanity's last hope.
Relax, Paradigm. I've got everything under control. I got this.
Bro, that just sounds so cool. The map is live right now, and the code is on screen. You can enter it and experience the entire event for yourself. I've put 7 months of hard work and effort into this, so it would mean the absolute world to me if you guys could enter the code right now and go play the map.
But yeah, that'll be it for today, you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or comment down below what other videos you want me to react to. Yeah, I'm out. Peace.
Hey, what a drug, what a drug, what a drug, what a drug, what a drug.